So we were having a discussion about a mutual friend of ours. And they were talking about relationships, okay? And we're talking about hypocrisy. You know, we're talking about another form of hypocrisy, which would be overstating or trying to make something seem as though it is when you really know that it's not. And what started this whole thing was, we know a particular woman, a friend of ours, some acquaintance, let me say, an acquaintance of ours that we both know. And they were talking about relationships, yada, yada, yada. And she broke out and she said, my relationship is perfect.
We began to talk about relationships, and somebody talked about relationships being perfect.
Right.
And she was telling everybody on how perfect her relationship was, even though her relationship is long distance. Okay? And I came home and I shared with you that your friend was at the shop. And I said, we had a good conversation, and I explained to you, me not knowing what she's already discussed with you.
Right.
I'm telling you, like, hey, I didn't know your girl's relationship was, like, really cool.
So, when I heard this, I was like, huh? She said her relationship is what? I mean, don't get me wrong. I would never sit up here and we would never sit up here and say that our relationship is perfect. I think that's very hypocritical to say, because no relationship is perfect. No relationship is perfect at all. Everybody can't deal with what you can deal with in your relationship. And everybody is not going to last as long as you could last in your relationship, in whatever situation that you are in. This is something that I know. This is something that I believe, that I've experienced. Me and his relationship is not perfect, and I would never dare to say that it is perfect and that we are just blissfully happy and we're skipping down the yellow brick road, because it's not like that. Life is not like that. In life, you're going to have ups and downs, ins and outs, bad days, good days, and it's not perfect, because to be perfect means you have no worries, you have no issues, you have no qualms, you have no nothing. It's sunshine and roses every day for you. And that's not like that with us at all. So I never put it out there that we are perfect. We have our issues. And what we go through, the next man or the next woman won't be able to go through it and withstand it. That's what makes us unique. Now, I will say that our relationship is unique because it might not be like everybody else. Everybody can't roll with what we roll with. Everybody don't have the same understanding that we have for one another. I will say that, and that's just the God's honest truth. And I'm not being arrogant, I'm not being bold, I'm not being hypocritical. It just is what it is. Okay? But that being said, when he said that to me, I was like, hypocrite? Because what you don't understand is this is the same young lady that came to me. She's not even a young lady. She's older than me, mind you. She's like 6 years older than me. But anyway, she has come to me and have cried upon me and cried and told me how this man has done her wrong, how this man cheated on her, cheats on her, how he cheats with chicks on MySpace, how she lays up at night crying, how you get in an argument and she's so through with him. But how can you say all of this, but you'll turn around and you will have a conversation with total strangers and say your relationship is perfect? You're trying to portray something that's not. This woman has the nerve to, when somebody said, well, you're in a long distance relationship, how do you deal with that? Talk to me. How do you deal with people in long-distance relationships? How does that work? How does your relationship work? Because now they're looking at her like, you just told me your relationship is perfect, so now I'm going to look for you for advice because you just said your relationship was perfect, which is a fraud. You're lying. It's not perfect. But anyway, she tells them, and I quote, sweetheart, and I quote, and you can quote me if I'm wrong on it. She told these people, well, without trust, the relationship would never work.
Yeah, because what happened was, one of my saying, and he was like, wow, because because she was painting a picture like she's got a long distance relationship and it's like the greatest. And she even told him, he was like, wow, this is what he said. He asked her, he said, so do you trust him? You know, when he's out and about? And she told him that's the only way that the relationship could work, was that she trusts him and he trusts her.
You hear this?
But that's what she said.
I know, but I'm saying hypocrisy. But how can you say?
But I didn't know it was hypocrisy.
I know you didn't know it because she's told me these things in private. She's told me, and this is my biggest thing. Okay, I'm gonna say this. She's told me these things in private. Excuse me, I have a major itch. Now that's just gross. I'm gonna have to flush my hands. But she has told me these things in private. She has told me he's cheated on her. He cheated with chicks on MySpace. She's finding this and she's finding that, and she just don't know what to do, and yada, 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 right? And she's told me these things in private. And I've never been one to, if my friend tells me something, if my girlfriend tells me something, my close friend tells me something in private, that's basically where it stays. I don't run my mouth. I don't gossip. I don't go back and tell what so-and-so told me. I don't do that. So for those who are my close friends, people who I deem close to me, trust and believe me, I'm not running and telling your business. I don't roll like that. That's why I tell everybody, wait, before you tell me something that's private and intimate, make sure you don't tell nobody else. Because one thing I hate is for you to tell me something and you told 3 other people, and the other 2 people then ran and told, and now you looking at everybody like somebody told my business. I'd rather you tell me something and the buck stops with me. Because you can know without a shadow of a doubt, I'm not telling nothing.
So
okay?
That's not a secret then.
It is. It's a secret between me and
I'm saying, but don't you hate when somebody tell you, look, I'm going to tell you something, but don't tell nobody, because you assume that maybe, okay, she's coming or he's coming in, in confidence with me. I'm not going to tell nobody. So you think whatever that this person tells you, nobody else knows.
Right. I don't like that. So for everybody that's cool with me, don't tell me something you done told 5 other people. Please don't. Keep it to yourself.
And then
don't tell me.
And then be like you the only one who knows.
Like I'm the only one that knows. Please don't do that. I hate that. I hate that. That's one of my pet peeves. Do not tell me something that 3 or 4 other people already know. Don't do that. But anyway, this woman told me these things, and I'm like, I'm having sympathy for her. I'm feeling for her. I'm like saying, I feel you. I really do. I feel that's tough. Yada yada yada. So when he told me that she was trying to paint this picture as though her relationship is perfect and without trust nothing is possible, and now you're trying to come off to these people that you don't know and that don't know your story, that your stuff is like a bowl of cherries, I got offended because I think that's hypocrisy. Sure? Alright. At 4:51, see, that didn't even take long. That took all but 20 minutes if that, 15 minutes if that. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm making deviled eggs. Anywho, perfect relationship. Because I don't believe there's a perfect relationship. At all. I don't believe it. I ain't seen one, and I want somebody to prove to me that I want somebody to take their camera and follow themselves around all day long without editing and show me a perfect relationship. That's what I want somebody to do, because there is no such thing as a perfect relationship. It's just not. Now, you know what one perfect relationship, and I'm rambling on now because it's 4 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. But the perfect relationship to me, the perfect relationship to me is what? Jesus. Jesus and God has the perfect relationship.
Jesus and God?
Yeah. God, the Father, and the Holy Ghost. God, the Father, and the Son.
Oh, you're talking about the true and God?
Yeah.
Okay. Has the perfect relationship.
They have the perfect relationship. That's the perfect. And we human. We ain't going to do that. We not even going to match that type of relationship.
But he's always meant for us to have that. His desire is for us to have that perfect relationship.
Yeah, but he messed up when he gave us free will.
He
didn't mess up. I take that back.
Oh, Lord.
I take that back.
I smell them eggs, and that smell like the lightning that just shot through your butthole.
Shut up! Whatever.
Man, why do eggs smell like,
Because an embryo.
Why does egg smell like y'all hair relaxer? What is it?
Perm?
Yes.
Lye? This does not smell like lye. Lye will have your nose on fire.
Funky.
This does not smell like lye. It do stink though, but I